Hello, ladies and gentlefish. This is another lock-in video. This time we're going to be doing Aqua because it's been requested quite a bit. And yeah, I just think it's a good scaling unit, right? This time we got a burnt hot dog on our team. Aqua. What do we get now in the Aqua role to help assist us on some of these waves? Well, I like that the fact that we got Aqua with like either Polywog or Chain Fist. I think Chain Fist is going to help us a ton. That was a ton on some of the earlier game waves. Right? Like 5, it makes us a lot stronger on 5. My lack of tanks in this role is quite astounding. Like, I have just Chain Fist, which isn't that great. But we do have decent damage units. And I wouldn't really call Firelord a swift tank either. What we'll do, though, is we'll start off with a Fire Elemental. Fire Elemental is really strong early. I think I might reroll here just to see if I can get a tank that doesn't stink. There's my tanks that don't stink. 20 seconds. We're going to go probably Antler, Soul Gate. Antler, Soul Gate, but what do we drop here? I think I really like Elite Archer in this situation. I think I might drop Wild Shroom. Wild Shroom doesn't really assist us very much, because we've already got like some type of arcane units for like 7 and 8. Wild Shroom in this role just doesn't benefit me as much. Like, and Wild Shroom really just doesn't benefit me much post wave 7 and 8. And at that point, like, I don't really need it then. If I'm only going to use the unit on like 7 and 8, then it isn't super helpful. I'll Pro League here if they send, but I'm okay with that. No. These bots start with normal income, Julian. I think I like our late game right now of Antler, Soul Gate. I think our late game really. We've got Radiant Halo, Antler, Soul Gate. Our early game is realistically these 3 units in the front. Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike Firelord. I just don't like it as a starter unit for most players. It's just not like a super solid unit to like jump into as a new player. What's my range? I want to do it like right here, honestly. This should hold a 60. This should hold a 60, we'll see. Brute. This will be close, actually. I don't know if this will hold. We're still going to push 6 Worker, because no matter what, I'm sitting really solid here. Just the Brute coming through? Yeah, just the Brute. That's fine. That'll be fine. Enemies sitting pretty weak here. His angler goes and dies right away. Oh, so unfortunate for you, Julian. So unfortunate. I'm going to drop the Aqua here in hopes that they send me next wave and I can go another Fire Elemental. The reason why I didn't drop the Oathbreaker down is that you kind of want to hide units as you get higher up in elo to show that you, like, not show what you have. Because if I were to drop that on wave 2, not expecting to get a send, and then they don't send me, like, I'm sitting in a worse position in general because of that. And I don't really need it on 2. So, like, why would I overbuild? If they sent me on 2, I don't want to have that Oathbreaker down there when I could just have pushed workers instead. Right? Like, I want workers, I don't necessarily want to overbuild. Not a problem, Freed. If you guys have more questions, please drop them. It's good content for the video anyway. I'm going to send another lizard because bots, right? We're going to be close to getting another rogue wave, which stinks. We don't get it in time. But what we can do now is we can drop another chain fist in the back here. Leaks, Frenchie, are calculated based on how much gold is getting through the wave. So that's why, like, if someone sends you a big mercenary and they get through with the big mercenary, your leak percentage is higher. It's all based on what your leak percentage is in terms of gold. Yep, not a problem. Glad I could help. This Oathbreaker should tank enough for me. Uh-oh. Fire Elemental's very close to dying. It lives! That was a huge hold by me there. Now, 5 and 6 are probably Aqua's weirdest waves that you really need to try to... You really need to be careful on, like, making sure you don't leak on 5 and 6 with Aquas. If you leak 5, 6 with Aquas, you are sitting in a very rough position, and it might be one that's going to be hard to come back from. They king up, though. I get to push 2 off this and start prepping realistically for wave 9. The numbers here on the right mean the overall power score of the enemies. So yeah, it's based on value of theirs in terms of overall gold and a bunch of other stuff. The 0 and the 0 mean that we have leaked 0 times and we have leaked them 0 times. Not a problem, Magic. That's why we're here. These videos and these streams are all meant to be educational for new players. Yeah, it's leaks under 40% and over 40%. Or leaks above 40% on both teams, I should say. So if I leak the enemy above 40%, I think it is, it's, yeah. It shows up as one, and if I leak more than 40%, it shows up as the other. Not that Magic. Not that magic, Julian. Though he is kind of newbie and does need to be taught about power score. I kid. What we're going to do here is I'm going to probably up my split a little bit more so that my Aquas aren't getting insta-gibbed by the wave. Because on 8, I kind of need them to stay alive a little longer. And I went with a unit that's kind of bad on 8 in the hopes that I could be better on 9. I see that my teammate went very heavy into units that are good on this wave. So even if I get a small leak here, I'm not too worried. But I should hold. The Brute is kind of just a bad send into me in general, and I'm pretty strong on this wave. Even though I have a Soul Gate here, Soul Gates are actually not nearly as bad on 8 as people would like to make you think. Yeah, Julian, you have bounty hunters, but I still hold even with Soul Gate. Don't doubt the gates, my man. I'm telling you. Easy peasy. Now I won't get the dino, or not dino, the antler out, which is a little scary for next, but we're gonna try to make it work. 182. So if I get another snail out, which I don't know if Julian's gonna take that long, it's gonna be close. Woohoo! What we're gonna do is we're gonna sell a unit in the split and get the antler out. Aquas allow for really good greeting, chat, but the problem is that if you don't have units to really help you on 5, 6, 9, or 10, you're going to be in a really bad position in a lot of those waves. Again, now that I have a teammate that's actually like a real human, I'm king-upping here in the sense that we're trying to late game scale at this point, not trying to do anything like too fancy outside of that. So my whole goal right now is to just continue to scale up, which is okay then if we're going to just be income sending king-ups after the wave is over. The build, I should say, the build phase has started. We're not losing out on income then in that sense. We're giving up pressure on the bots, but the bots are already pretty far behind us. So we just need to keep expanding upon our lead. I'm going to drop down a Radiant Halo. What I'll probably do next is actually Radiant Halo Villain, because Villain on Radiant Halo is actually really strong damage on a ton of waves, right? It just like amplifies the already really good damage it has on the wave. On any wave, I should say, with single target damage being that strong. I get a 60 resend here. What are we looking at then? I should be able to push 1, if not 2, depending on if I hold or not. If I hold here, I'll push 2. I'll go Villain and also get a second Soul Gate. If I leak, I'll probably stay 1 worker here. If I had a rogue wave, I don't leak. If I had a rogue wave, I don't leak. Very close, though. Good question from chat, from Gabriel. Do high elo games tend to be shorter or longer? It depends heavily, just like low elo games, on if someone's starving or sending a lot. If they're sending a lot, then you'll get into a lot of really late games. If you're in a game where people are starving a lot, games tend to be shorter because there's less value on both sides of the table. Shadow, we are not trying for the Diamond Duel victory. I'm doing more of the unit start videos. We're doing the unit start videos and just trying to play some games, get some people some more information on how to win against the bots, right? Or just in general how I'm building. I'm going a second gate here for the sole reason that I think they send here. Oh wow, they don't send here. Oh well, that's fine. We're still good next wave in the sense that I am going to be okay. So long as my teammate doesn't die with an egg sack. I'll probably go Radiant Halo upgraded, since I don't get enough for Soul Gate to be upgraded. And Radiant Halo is still a solid thing. Oh, what does starving mean? Okay, so starving is a... how should I say, like a vernacular that people use in place of someone who has not sent them in a long period of time. There's a thing called the Canadian Starve, which Shadowwings in chat was actually the one who popularized. You're just saving the Mythium for a large send. That's basically it. Okay, our king is maxed. My teammate has 2 really high stack kingpins here. We're looking pretty good. I'm leak. I might leak. I'm low. I should say I'm low on value, but 200 send only. So long as all of those snails die, I'm holding no problem. It just really depends on how long it takes the snails to die because of the fact that I've got an Arc of Justice shooting on this wave. And I don't have a rogue wave, so Arc of Justice isn't nearly as strong. Oh, you hold easy for me, Julian. I'm not leaking bad. When your ally says they want you to send on a certain wave, how many waves should you save for a send? I know it probably depends a lot on factors, but saving for a lot of things. So, if you're saving for a big send, usually I recommend going like only a handful of waves. 3 waves is usually max unless you want to try to win, yeah. Shadow says that very well there. Unless you're going for like what I would call a kill shot. Unless you're trying to go for a kill shot, you're in most situations going to want to at most save for 3 waves. My teammate goes for an egg here, again. So I'm going to try to just play safe and go for value. How do you save when you have auto send on? You don't. You don't save when you have auto send. You have to turn auto send off. Closing your eyes, yes, that is a good way to save. Is this a bot battle? Yes, this is against platinum bots. The P signifies platinum. You know, Julian, about that hole, your egg's not going to die. I lied. It might die here. Sad. You're too good? Yeah, it's true. Big Bounty Hunter's good game. Chat, I tried really hard to kill his egg. I couldn't do it.
Lock and load.
And honestly, at this point, we just need more tanks. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go for some antlers here, White Mane. He's not totally overbuilt with 2 eggs down. You're correct. You are not overbuilt with 2 eggs. So I'm looking at my enemy here. He's got Holy Avengers. Got antlers in an odd spot. He's got a very large mix of a ton of different units, which makes it a little kind of weird to try to send into him. But the bots are trying to scale when we're already scaling, so, you know, we'll see how it happens. The Holy Avengers here are dying very quickly, which is good for us. The Cannoneers are doing good bits of damage on his frontline units. Then it's just trying to kill these Leviathans. I don't think we'll leak him, but again, for an income send, we're just trying to threaten leaking, not actually getting him. The gates do get the buff of the White Mane, yes. The gates lower sends do, yes. We're going to drop 2 Aquas right here, basically just to try to protect our backline at this point in the Fire Elementals and the Arc of Justice. We're going to troll Julian here and say we're going to go 21. But yeah, any unit spawning, get the buff of whatever's on it, including Butcher, APS, all that stuff. Another income send by the bots. We are in a very commanding lead at this point, and I don't see much reason to start to worry yet. The spawn will still do... Ooh, I actually don't remember if the spawns do less damage. Is it better to get 2 unupgraded gates or 1 upgraded one? Upgraded ones are usually always better. If you can upgrade a unit, you're almost always better off doing that. Especially with things that spawn. Things that spawn, you want upgraded value as much as you possibly can. The bot really getting into those the penis builds with the Dark Mages and the Fire Archers. I'm a little concerned by it, honestly. Getting a little bit weird. I'm going to full send here because I think I get my guy. Julian's going to income. That's fine. We're going to get one of those and then get another gate here. I mean, like, I don't know what else this is. They have no feelings? Exactly why I judge them. Well, I guess the bots maybe have feelings, but their feelings are Lisks. Because Lisk might see this and get sad that I called his bots bad. That actually is more of an accurate statement of how this might go. We're going to keep building gates, though, because once you start building gates, you never can stop building gates. It's one of those, fallacies that there is too many gates. No, there's not enough gates. Once you start gating, you must never go back. Yeah, see, Julian is not understanding how gates work. He thinks I need more tanks for the gates when the gates are actually the tanks. Silly German. But yes, Lisk takes revenge on all of us and our feelings with the Diamond Bots especially. Diamond Bots are literal hell on earth. So that makes sense. Julian has more eggs than he has friends at this point, so that makes a difference. We're just going to drop another unit or two here. I'm undervalued, but I'm not that bad on this wave, not going to lie. Just more gates and we can't lose, right? They don't have anything that's actually... the Leviathans are only going to target my pack leader, which is kind of shitty. So what we might do is we just go like Drake backline unit. Because Drake is probably best. Well, it is best. Wow, okay, they don't send me here on my weakest wave with gates, and they send me 18 when I have gates and an Arc of Justice. Bot's getting a little spicy. Let's see if they hold. I think my bot's leaking pretty well. So is Julian's bot. 2 just income send. Well, this I don't think is game, but definitely hurts them pretty bad. Our goal now is to just continue to drop more gates. Because gates. No, I didn't do. I did pack as an actual attempt to leak them, Shadow. Okay, so we go another gate, because gate's OP. The pack does give income, though. That is a correct assessment of my current sends, yes. Packs do give income. I'm going to drop another Radiant Halo on the right-hand side, just to try to get a little bit more value out of them. 200 gold really doesn't help me in any other way, shape, or form right now, aside from like an Archon 18. And it looks like they are going to send full here. At least that would be my assumption on what they do. Wouldn't really make sense for them to send 19, but they could. They are bots, after all. They send here. Okay. This is a classic blunder that even that is pretty common for new players, that they think they have to send on a wave because it's strong rather than sending when the enemy's weak. So I would say, like in this situation, if you see somebody massing gates, you're much better off 17 or 19 rather than anything like that. My bot leaks, so does Julian's. Gate's really the weakest, though, post 15 on 19 and 20. 19's really the best time to send gate. Yeah, these bots are definitely paid actors, 100%. We'll build another tank right there. Hey, I'm not sure. Gen 4.
Let's go.
Not sure, Gen 4. If anybody ever watches this video ever has any issues with bugs, the official Discord is probably your best bet in terms of dropping in like any information, like dropping in your bug reports, etc., and asking questions. There's a lot more people there than there will be anywhere else, right? That'd be at least my 2 cents on what you should do. I think this is game, though. Their bots just die. We, again, outscaled them. We outscaled them. Seems pretty good. And that's kind of Aqua's, right? Aqua's are best used as a supporting unit for something that, like with Rogue Wave, and it gives you a good base to try to scale off of. That would be at least how I use Aquas. They kind of fall off eventually in terms of the damage they deal, so they aren't that great for like a unit you solely use on their own. You need something to buff them, to be buffed by them, or to buff them even with an APS. APS with Aquas, I guess, can be your main damage source for the majority of the game, though you need to be ahead because, like anything, it's an area of effect unit. With AoE, if you fall behind, you're kind of dead. In this situation, Chain Fist into Oathbreakers were very, very strong for us. We had some good units for like 5 and 6 then because of them, as well as 9 with the gate and the antlers. I think at the end of the day, it's a decent start. And I think it's a start you're going to be able to do more often with Greed because it's a frequent roll that you're going to get. A question from chat though: with Fire Elementals, does it have the same characteristics of Rogue Wave where you don't want more than 2? No, Fire Elementals, if you're gonna do Aquas and use them as your main damage source, you want to spam Fire Elementals. Fire Elementals then become your main damage source. Rogue Waves just only are super good for their buff. That's really what it comes down to. But for the most part, that's kind of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like the video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going for 1,000 subs. Trying to monetize the videos, etc. Start getting a second source of income. As well as comment if you have any questions, want any other videos made, etc. Hope you guys are having a great day, and catch you next time. Peace.